девочка не поверила, что мне 16. Да, это Москва, и мы умеем отрываться, мы умеем делать звук, мы умеем делать так.
Guys, what is going on? Do you know who I'm battling? Do you know who this is? My boy JustWeavile. Man, the next PokeMD. Looking at his team, man, he got some crazy threats. He got the Mamoswine, he got the Heatran, the Hariyama's probably going to be a problem. And I got some guys here. I got my Trick Room team, you know, so we're going to get started, man. And yeah, so JustWeavile's YouTube channel is going to be linked down in the description. If anybody want to check him out, yo, he posts battles back to back to back to back like Drake. So be on the lookout for that. So anywho, so I go into my Tyranitar and he goes into his Torkoal. This Tyranitar is actually an unnerved Tyranitar, just for the Gosh Chomps and like any Pokemon I want to carry super effective berries that could help the Pokemon and stuff, all that good stuff. But anywho, he decides to switch out and go into this Hariyama Ursula from Mermaid, and he takes an Earthquake pretty well. So now I'm like, all right then, that's cool. Here I decided just to switch out because like Hariyama is a really hard counter to my Tyranitar, and here I decided just to go into my Xatu, one eye looking at me, the other eye looking at Hariyama, and it hits me with the knockoff, man. Unbelievable. So that was a good prediction on Weavile's part, and I'm like, all right then. So I have no choice but to sack off my Xatu. So it hits me with a bullet punch, and down goes my Xatu, man. Unbelievable. Look what he did to my bird, man. Dang. So anywho, I'm like, all right then. So this Hariyama is eating leftovers, and normally a Guts Hariyama would carry like one of the orbs. So I decided just to go into my Dusknoir coming out here, you know what I mean? Now you see me, now you don't, with the hands, and it's all a mystery. And here I decided just to go for a Will-O-Wisp because getting a burn on this thing would be a huge help for my team. But here he actually decides to go on to this blind turtle here, and here I decided to just go for the Will-O-Wisp. So it doesn't work, and here I decided to just go for a taunt. So I go for the taunt here because I know that Torkoal normally carry like a Will-O-Wisp or Rapid Spin. So here I decided to just go back into my Tyranitar because now I know that this thing, like Torkoal normally carry like a fire move and probably a rock move or something like that. So we're gonna eat that up. So yeah, he actually goes for a Fire Blast. It does pretty alright damage because the sun is up. But here I could actually just go for a crunch and start biting on people. So here he actually decides to switch out, and he goes into this E Honda from Street Fighter looking. Hariyama again. Oh man, I hate Hariyama this match. But anyway, I decided just to bite this thing off, and here he actually makes a double switch to his Venusaur. So I'm assuming that he was predicting me to switch out or something like that. But I'm like, you know what, man? I have to sack my Tyranitar. And here I just bite off this leaf Venusaur. So Venusaur took a lot of damage from the crunch here. This is a Choice Banded Tyranitar. And here the Venusaur is gonna go for a Giga Drain, start sucking on my rock, and my rock is not turned on by that. So here I decided just to hit this thing, you know what I mean, real hard, bite this thing off. My Tyranitar is carrying braces, that's why we're hitting hard. And down goes Venusaur. So here he decides to go back into Torkoal just to get the sun up again. So I'm like, that's cool because we're just in the mood to bite things. So here I decided just to go back and just start biting this thing's shell, and that does heaps to it, doing more than half damage. So that's good. So I know that the next crunch is gonna take it out, and here he decides to go for the Stealth Rocks. So I'm like, all right, that's cool, bruh. That's cool, bruh. And now he decides to switch out and go to this Mammoth Saber-Tooth Tiger / Bison, and here I'm just gonna bite this thing off, which is hungry right now, man. And that does a lot of damage to the Mamoswine, but it doesn't take it out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for another crunch. And here he actually outspeeds me and hit me with an Earthquake, and down goes my Tyranitar. But it's all good because my Tyranitar did put in a lot of work. So This Mammoth Swine is up. So here I decided just to go to my champ, because I know that a bullet punch will take it out. And you know, we got 4 arms. Look at us, you know what I mean? Nobody don't want to arm wrestle us. We out here, you know. The Hulk and Toro from Mortal Kombat fused together. You know how we get down. And here he actually hits me with an ice shard, and that actually does pretty good damage. But this bullet punch is gonna take it out. And after this Mammoth Swine go down, we are gonna set ourselves on fire, because we got the flame orb, this guts boosted Machamp, and we just out here strong. So here he decides to go out to this Swallow, and this Swallow, man, this match was unbelievable. And here I decided just to switch out, because my Machamp can actually do a lot of damage to his team. And here I decided to go out to my Dusknoir. Now you see me, now you don't, you know what I mean? One eye looking at you, and then I got a whole face on my body, like, which is all here. I don't know what I'm saying, but anywho, so my Dusknoir is gonna get the pat down, and he find out that Swallow have a toxic orb. So we're like, okay, then this thing's gonna be a huge problem. And hits me with a Brave Bird, and that doesn't do its recoil damage, didn't do anything. I'm like, what the heck? Unbelievable. But now Swallow, he's gonna hit himself with some poison mushrooms, and he's gonna get the toxic. So here he's gonna go for another Brave Bird, hit my thing in his face, man. Unbelievable. And down goes my Dusknoir. Like, what are you doing to my Dusknoir, man? Dang, this Pokemon is crazy. So he is gonna get the toxic damage again. And here I actually could go into my Raikou, because I know that I could take a facade from take one facade from Swallow, even though I am gonna get the stealth rock damage and it's orb, but it doesn't really matter. So here I decided just to go for the reflect. And here he actually decides to switch out, and he goes back into his Torkoal. So I'm like, that is amazing with the E. So I set up the reflect, and my next move is going to go for the light screen here, because now I can take whatever attack from this Torkoal, whether that be in Fire Blast or its other move. But here he actually goes for Fire Blast, and that does pretty good damage. But you know, with the screen up, we eat that up. So now I can just go for a Skull and take this thing out. So here I go for the Skull and take out this goddamn turtle. And down goes Torkoal. Man, Skull Raikou is a huge threat, man, in BDSP. But anywho, so now he actually could go back to his Hariyama, and Hariyama come out here, you know what I mean, Stronghold. And here I decided just to go for a Volt Switch, because I could just gain some momentum here. And I hit this thing with a Volt Switch, almost taking it out, but it's all good though, because now I could go into my Glaceon, because I don't really need my Glaceon. Like, yeah, it is a good check to Swallow, but he does have the Heat Strand here, and Heat Strand can really hard counter my Glaceon. So I'm like, you know what, that's cool. And here he hits me with a close combat, and that does tons of damage to my Glaceon. Look what he did to my girl, man. Unbelievable. Oh, my boy, my bad. Dang, I gotta get rid of the gender roles. And here he decides to switch out, and he go into his Heatran. I'm just thinking, like, what is he thinking? So here I just go for a Shadow Ball. I'm assuming that he thought I was gonna go for the Ice Shard, but no, this is actually a Specs Quiet Glaceon. So here the Heatran is gonna get some of his leftovers. The Heatran does go for a Magma Storm, but you know, Heatran left his eyes at home or something, because he misses, and I hit this thing with a Shadow Ball. What are the odds in a match that you will see a Hariyama, a fighting type, defeating a flying psychic type, and a ice type defeating a fire and steel type? Unbelievable. But I think he knows that I'm Specs. So here he decides to go for a Bullet Punch, and he takes out my Glaceon. But Glaceon, I was not expecting him to do put in work like that. But I'm really happy with that. So Hariyama is gonna get some leftover leftover HP, and here I decided to just go back into Raikou. So now we're 2-2. So this is looking like a really tough match. So yeah, I decided just to go for a Volt Switch because I know I could take a Bullet Punch from this thing real easy. So he doesn't go for the Bullet Punch, and I go for the Volt Switch, and down goes Hariyama. So his last Pokemon here is the Swellow. So here I could go back and go into my Machamp. So I go out to my Machamp, Booger Face and all, and we just out here strong. So we come out here shining and glistening, and we're gonna get hit with the Stealth Rock damage. And his last Pokemon is the Swellow. So after the burn damage, he goes into his Swellow. So Swellow comes out here, man, looking like a whole boss. And here I decided to do a double switch because I know that this thing is gonna go for a Brave Bird, but boy, was my prediction wrong. So I go into my Raikou. So my Raikou come out here shining and glistening, and we're gonna get hit with some Stealth Rock damage. And here he actually goes for a Facade, so he's not gonna get no type of recoil damage. So that was a good play on his part, and down goes my Raikou. So he is here gonna get some toxic damage, and I don't even know if that even gave him damage. But anywho, now my last chance is to go for the Bullet Punch with my Machamp. So now I have no choice now but to go for Bullet Punch. So I am gonna get hit with Stealth Rock damage, and I go for the Bullet Punch. So this is do or die right here. So I go for the Bullet Punch, start swinging real quick, and man, it doesn't take it out. So this Swallow must have had at least a couple defense EVs from a boosted Bullet Punch, man. But that was a really good match, JustWeavile, and yeah, you guys can check them out in the description. All right, guys, bye.